is visible.
I'll be presenting on effect of topical glaucoma medications on lipid layer thickness in patients with newly diagnosed glaucoma. Introduction. Intraocular pressure is the only modified risk factor in patients with glaucoma. Treatment with topical anti-glaucoma medications is essential to prevent the progression of glaucoma. However, long-term use of glaucoma medications has led to ocular surface disease, which is characterized by disruption of integrity of ocular surface, inadequate quantity of tears, and an unstable tear film. LipidView interferometer is a new device that can measure tear film lipid layer thickness quantitatively using interferometry. It is a beneficial tool to evaluate the relationship between OSD and meibomian gland dysfunction. Materials and methods. Patients attending outpatient department of our hospital who were newly diagnosed with glaucoma and were treated with topical glaucoma medications are the sources of our study. Three lipid layer thickness parameters, that is maximum, average, and the minimum measured by LipidView were recorded before starting anti-glaucoma medications and after 6 months of treatment. Exclusion criteria were those patients who are on topical anti-inflammatory drugs, antibiotics, history of using artificial tear drops within 3 months, and current use of contact lenses, previous history of trauma, ocular surgery, or laser treatment. Slit lamp evidence of eye surface disorders. Results. 38 eyes of 26 patients were included in this study. Before starting the treatment, maximum, average, and the minimum LLT were 80, 64, and 55 respectively. At the end of 6 months, maximum, average, and the minimum were reduced to 77, 61, and 52 respectively. And the table shows there is a statistically significant difference in LLT parameters before treatment and at the end of 6 months. There is also a statistical difference between LLT parameters before and after the treatment in patients who are on double drug. All the LLT parameters were negatively correlated with topical glaucoma medications, total number of daily drops, and the duration of topical glaucoma medications. So this is the picture showing lipid layer thickness parameters before the start of treatment and after 6 months. So we can see that before the start of treatment, the lipid layer thickness is normal, and after 6 months, there is a considerable decrease in the lipid layer thickness. Discussion. Longer duration of topical glaucoma medications and increased number of medications were associated with lower lipid layer thickness. All the parameters before and after the treatment were significantly lower. Lee et al. Investigated the effects of topical medications on OSD and LLT, and he found that average LLT in glaucoma group was significantly lower, and it also negatively correlated to total duration of medication. Arita et al. Demonstrated that long-term use of topical glaucoma medications was associated with alterations in meibomian gland morphology and function and contributed to ocular surface disease. Ramley et al. Showed that the prevalence of OSD ranged from 37% to 91% in glaucoma groups, regardless of the preservative content in the eye drops. In the current study, longer the duration and greater the number of anti-glaucoma medications were associated with lower LLT parameters. There may be a tendency for the patients to have lower adherence to the prescribed treatment. Therefore, assessment and continued monitoring of changes of lipid layer thickness related to ocular surface disease may have a positive effect on treatment adherence in patients with glaucoma and ultimately prevent the worsening of glaucoma. Conclusion. Patients on long-term glaucoma medications need to be assessed for lipid layer thickness parameters to evaluate their ocular surface health. In glaucomatous eyes, a longer duration of treatment and increased number of topical glaucoma medications were associated with lower LLT. OSD is strongly related to treatment compliance of topical glaucoma medications. These are my references. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, nice presentation.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Dr. Pradip. Ravi? Ravi is there?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what would be the advice that would come out from this study? Like, say, patient will have to use long-term. So is there anything that you concluded from your study, like something which helps the practitioners in prescribing medicine or giving the advice a patient to follow? Because we know that, yes, it is there. What extra we have got from the study?
Sir, assessing the lipid layer thickness over a period of time and seeing whether there is drastical decrease or whether there is considerable decrease is what, sir. And if patients with who are having drastical decrease, like lot of significant decrease, so we can advise preservative-free eye drops in such patients. Those are preserved.
Okay.
Okay. Do the patients who had a low LLT with long-term glaucoma medication, did they also had some clinical symptoms of dry eye? did they present with some symptoms of dry eye? Did they complain symptomatically that I'm having this problem?
Sir, initially we made sure that patients who are having dry eye, whether it is aqueous component or the lipid component, before treating, before starting of the treatment, we have excluded them, sir. Only the patients who are like having normal aqueous and tear lipid layer thickness were only, and who are diagnosed with glaucoma, only those people were included in this study, sir, actually. So after the use of the treatment, following 6 months, because we have followed up for 6 months for this study, sir. So 6 months, 7 months later on, the lipid layer was thickness, and few patients were having significant dry eye components.
Okay,
What did you?
I would like to comment is all the drugs that patients are using are of a different company, different molecule.
Yes.
So it's anyway good study. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.